Hello again, or for the new faces out there, welcome to the Counting Club. This week we have, amazingly, our first ever Californian wine. Like many a Californian red, this one is made from Cabernet Sauvignon. It comes from Contra Costa County, on the opposite shore of San Francisco Bay from the city itself. This area used to be famous for its wines, but 1 million people live in Contra Costa today, and most of the vineyards have disappeared under housing. This is a rare survivor, made by family-run Viano vineyards. The family arrived here in 1920 from Italy and have been tending their vines on this hillside ever since. It's a lovely deep garnet colour, though perhaps not as deep as many a Cabernet Sauvignon. There's no hint of youthful purple about this, indeed perhaps even some bricking at the rim, and that's because it's not very youthful. This is a 2012, so 5 years old, and if anything, it looks a little bit more mature than that. But for long-lived Cabernet Sauvignon, that is a good thing. This looks about perfect, absolutely ready to drink today. And it smells ready too. Big, warm, earthy nose, a little bit high-toned, showing maturity. Lots of ripe, dusty blackcurrant and black cherry fruit. There's a strong herbal waft in here too, mostly sage, but it shades into tomato leaf, which is really fascinating. Somehow this smells sun-baked, a little bit rustic, definitely mature enough, and curiously, very Italian. And that is despite these classy claret-like hints of cedarwood and cigar box that emerge when you swirl it and give it some air. Oh, super nose. Now the palate is filled with sweet-tasting dark berries, even though it's fully dry. And there's surprisingly good acidity here for a wine that smells so ripe. The fruit on this, mostly black cherries, with some blackberry, maybe a bit of plum. There's only a hint of the blackcurrant that is Cabernet Sauvignon's trademark and which was more apparent on the nose. But like the nose, the fruit here has this dusty, earthy quality. It's undoubtedly full-flavoured, though unusually for a Californian red, not that much more than medium-bodied. Great restraint shown here. California is famed for its fusion cuisine, merging the influences of all the immigrant communities. In a way, this is fusion wine, even though it's resolutely untrendy and quite old-fashioned in style. But it combines these influences. It's very Bordeaux-y. I mean, this taste has a lot of the qualities of a fine, mature left-bank claret, which would cost 2 or 3 times as much. But at the same time, there's this sun-baked and earthy herbs and sour cherry characteristics, and they're very Italian. I'm also getting in this hints of one of my favourite reds, the Lebanese Cabernet-based wine Chateau Moussard. This is a great bunch of influences. A lot of mid-range Californian wine is a little over the top by European tastes. Too much alcohol, too much oak, fruit bombs, and also a little bit too expensive. This one, by contrast, shows wonderful restraint. It's got all these brilliant old world influences, but all wrapped up in Californian sunshine to create this savoury and satisfying red that's punching well above its weight. Cheers!